game marks.
Hey everyone, welcome to Mike Plays. I'm checking out Retrograde. Now, if you follow along the indie scene, you may know this game because the developer of the game gave a session at GDC this past year of how he suffers from OCD, not, hey, I have a problem with OCD, ha ha ha, you know, it ranges everything, but actually clinically diagnosed OCD and spent 4 or 5 years on this game, just obsessively, to the point where even on his honeymoon, he had to work on the game, he had to code on the game, and you released it and it didn't sell well. And, you know, it's kind of a cautionary session to basically not, as an indie developer, to spend so much time on one game to get them out, and talked about how there's a whole bunch of engine work and systems in here, and things are optimized for edge cases that never come up. So, you know, I had this on my list for a little bit to download and play and check out, because I'm kind of curious to see the game itself, even though critically acclaimed, but did not sell well. So, I will jump in here and just show it off. So, I think I can go pro. I think we'll try pro. So I'll just jump in here. You can see, you know, I'm at the last level. I'm at level 10. Let's dive in here. And you can see I saved it right at the boss for you. So right before I killed him, and we'll take him out. There we go. So spoilers. A little late for that, I guess. And that is the end of the game. A winner is me. Yeah, so it kind of makes you wonder. It's like, well, that wasn't that hard of a game. You spent years developing it, and, you know, you think it'd have been 8. Uh-oh. Hey, you know what, guys? Wait a second, something's up. That's actually the first level. The game is played in reverse. I think I love this game for the number of innovations and things that it does on a basic gameplay level. So you did beat the final boss, but in doing so, wow, I didn't realize how hard it's gonna be to talk and play a rhythm game. I should not have gone on the challenge. But in beating the final boss, you broke the space-time continuum, so there's that. And now you're going backwards, and what I'm actually sucking in here are my own bullets. I've got to play the game backwards here to suck in my own bullets, and if you miss them, like I just did there, you damage the space-time continuum, which is represented in the top right. Now, you won't heal the space-time continuum, but you can, if you miss too many, you can, I guess, forward time, and then give a second shot at it. You lose your bonuses, but you can try to get 100% on the notepads for that, and also it can save you from death. Now, okay, so far, you know, we're just doing some basic note patterns here, but it's about to get interesting here in a moment. Hopefully now your brain has put together the fact that those ships are imploding back onto themselves, right? Because we're going backwards, right? So you're seeing the explosion reverse and then the ship reassembled. Don't try to think about it too hard, or at all. There's also a bonus power-up that you can get that enhances your multipliers and the points that you get. You also can get from just regular notes. You've been seeing some that say, hey, you get a score bonus or you get a multiplier bonus. And really, if you're going for max score, you're going to try to stack everything. Now you see their laser shots coming at me from behind, so I have to dodge them while still collecting my bullets. So, a little bit more going on the screen. Essentially, what Retrograde is a bullet hell rhythm shooter. That's the term. A bullet hell rhythm shooter meets Braid. That's the genre. That's the classification that this goes into. And space time was damaged because I wigged out. But I'm trying to talk and play this game at the same time. It's not easy. The soundtrack. I dig the soundtrack, you know, every time I see a rhythm game and it's like we have a custom soundtrack going on, I'm usually hesitant, because I'm usually thinking, well, there'll be a bunch of music I don't care about, just heavy bass, beat rhythms, but I think I might own this soundtrack through a bundle or something I might have grabbed. I don't know if it's appeared in a Humble Bundle yet, but I may have to sneak out and find. You can unlock the music. There is challenges in the game, in addition to the campaign mode. Oh, that's great, I just missed 2 in a row there. And as you unlock challenges, you can unlock concept art, and the soundtrack's available for playback. I don't know if I could get out the raw MP3s to put them on like my iPod or Google Music so I could play them outside the game. These are kind of cool. Missiles, you gotta just rapidly tap to suck them back in. Just imagine yourself rapidly tapping to shoot, right? And then you tap them back in. Now this thing does something really cool. I'm gonna miss this one. Okay? I'm gonna miss that one. And I'm gonna miss the rapidly tap on that one. And it's gonna make a liar of me. Okay. I missed the space-time continuum. But I do have fuel left, so I could hit B and try that again. Something happened really cool when I came up to an item I hadn't done before. In that I missed it a couple times, and then the tutorial popped up and said, hey, you know, you gotta rapidly tap those, or you're trying to avoid, I forget what the mechanic actually was, because it suddenly does introduce more mechanics as we go. Here we go. Successful. Now here's how you know no one's playing this game. As bad as that run was, I ranked 205th on a leaderboard. Technically on the low scores leaderboard. I don't know if you caught this, maybe when I play another round here. The score's counting down, because it's a rhythm game, right? So there is a perfect run-through that you could make. So instead of like counting up in score, the score's counting down. Again, you know, we're going backwards in time. I'll drop down to casual, because I know I did play all the levels on casual. The winner is you, Reverse Rhapsody, Play Him Off, I Am Error, Rick Rolling, I think has to be one of my favorite, levels in music. The guy's name is Rick, but there's pretty, you know, I Am Error, there's a lot of clever stuff in here, in the game. Let's suck these guys in. It does have quite a few mechanics. So here's the hold the button down mechanic. And then, like I said, bullet hell. So now we're reverse dodging the bullets that were shot at us before. I mean, this is a good game. I'm not just checking this out anymore because, you know, I'm interested in the OCD developers, you know, 4 or 5 year epic game in the making. Now, I don't know that it warrants the time or the toll that it took on him, but I'm hoping that this game sees like a late second life with it as more people discover and find this game, because it is really well done, it's really well polished, which is something you don't see in games often that take an incredible amount of time, you know, to development. That's usually like a bad sign. Like once, it's much easier on casual. That's all I gotta say. I'll go ahead and just start popping my specials. Now the specials can be hard sometimes, when there's a lot of things on the screen and they all start glowing really brightly, telling them apart. And if you want, in the options, you could even turn on lines, so you can get some kind of tracking to see where the beats you gotta hit are, if you're losing them too much in the screen. yeah, no shortage of options, right? I mean, that's what you do when you work on a game this long. You just add in every option you can think of. Here we go. Oh, I had my multiplier going. Really cool twist on rhythm games, you know? And, you know, if you think about it, like, the mechanic of, like, a rhythm shooter in reverse makes sense, because now you have to time it, with, I got a temporal barrier, so I'm just kind of invincible for a moment. Right, like, that would explain, of course you have to shoot in rhythm, because you're going backwards to correct the space-time continuum. Now, don't think, like, as you go down, like, the levels get easier. They do get harder. The story kind of explains how Rick, went to save the world by taking out the worst of the Armada first, so that he would have an easier time later. So don't think just because you're going backwards that everything will just get easier once you beat the first level. That is not the case. It is still going to get more difficult the further back you go. Alright. Are we winding down this one yet? More missiles, my favorite. Whoop. Oh crap. Oh, losing my multiplier boost. I'm out only ranking the 300s on the leaderboard on this. That's definitely how you know no one's playing it. If I'm ranking on your leaderboard, again, take note, the score's counting down up there. If I'm ranking on your leaderboard, nobody's playing your game. I don't care what kind of leaderboard it is. If I can rank on it, it's not getting enough gameplay. Like you'd expect, as the difficulties ramp up, you can tell that we dropped the track. When I went down to casual, you go up, it'll add a track. Now one kind of thing is cool, if you watch the background, you can actually watch the level play forward. And I was 216th in that as well. On the low scores, casual, Rick-rolling board. Alright, so I said, you know, there's probably one more thing I should show you here, in that, you know, you will add a lot of features to this game, and if you're going to spend 5 years on a rhythm game, one thing that you will eventually add support for is, of course, Guitar Hero and Rock Band controllers. So I'm going to attempt to track with my Rock Band controller. Alright, so I am set up now with the Rock Band controller here, and we're going to give this a go. I'm doing on medium. So now, my buttons... Okay, so I'm just working the 3-track. That would be a hold down. Like most rhythm games, haha, I'm blowing it like most rhythm games. There we go. Let me get my face bearings here for a moment, because I gotta move in rhythm control. I gotta move. You're about to see me blow this. I have done one track. So the difficulty here from what you might be used from a Rock Band is you kind of gotta move along the track with the 3 buttons and then strum. And because I'm dodging, right? Like, I gotta be out of the way of that. And man, I am so close to dead. This is hard enough to do without trying to talk. And yeah, I'm just gonna totally blame this suckage on me trying to talk here. Alright. I think we're getting the hang. Also, there's nothing else on the screen right now, so that's kind of a false hope. It seems like if I, well, I haven't tried timing the guitar up to see if it's a timing issue. That's just an excuse, though. Oh man, there we go. Alright, well I blew that. Yeah, so, Retrograde. Like I said, yeah, the menu is totally navigable with your, Guitar Hero controller, Rock Band controller. Let's see, there we go. Yeah, so there's challenges. The black hole down there is kind of a cool mechanic when you get it in the game. The black hole will try to suck you into one of the lines, and you've got to move away from it. It's not really like a rhythm thing, you just kind of got to hold away. But lots of little clever changes between the levels. You see there's a bunch of things to unlock in the challenge stages. Multiply, rating none, beginner, play him off. So, but yeah, this is Retrograde. It's available on Steam. It's not expensive. Pick it up for a few bucks. And check it out. And thank you for watching.